You won't believe what I did today. I started yoga. Imagine that, me, the kitchen master and king of the football field, doing the sunrise salutations early in the morning. The yoga instructor Yara might have giggled a bit at my attempts initially, but I tell you, it feels amazing. Now, don't start laughing. I know it's a bit of a shift from my usual bouldering and scuba diving routines, but hey, you gotta keep the body guessing, right? Funny part is, I actually enjoyed it. Feeling my muscle knots untangling, it was genuinely refreshing. I'm planning to keep it up and see how it improves my flexibility and mind-body connection. The funniest thing happened in our group chat today. I shared about my new yoga venture, and guess what? It kicked off the wildest conversation. Juwan was so quick to tease me, saying how I'm becoming a jack of all sports. Even Yuna joined in, joking about me working on my flexibility to make better bread. But the most hilarious part was when we ended up imagining concocting a Zen pizza. Yep, you heard that right. Pizza a la yoga. We really got carried away. I even suggested a lemon and ginger sauce for it. Even Yuna was saying she can't wait for my signature Zen pizza. Can you believe that? Oh, another crazy idea we had was playing underwater football. Yuna joked about bringing her snorkel to our next game, and I joined in saying we could win playing underwater football. We got so carried away that Juwan considered coding a wacky game app for it, and Yuna said she'd document it. Know what? That's what I love about us. We never run out of crazy ideas or laughter, and it's never a dull conversation. Well, seems like I got caught up in sharing all the hilarious stuff and crazy ideas we joked about today. Guess it's time for me to get over the giggles and start prepping for tomorrow's early morning yoga session. Who knows? Maybe tomorrow I might just perfect a downward dog pose or perhaps even invent a new pizza topping. What do you think about pineapple? Okay, I won't start another food debate now. Haha, the super chefs are at it again. You know what's funny? Today was all about swapping the kitchen whites for a camera and the dining room for the heart of Seoul City. I went out in the city with Jin Ai today. She's this young architecture enthusiast I've been hanging out with lately. We framed some insane shots of a traditional Hanok house, and in the background you could see the skyscraper standing tall and proud, making for an awesome blend of the old and the new. Isn't it amazing how just like food, even buildings tell a story about their origins, culture, and the times? You know I can't resist drawing food parallels to literally everything, but that's because it's so interconnected. Just like you might find a perfect blend of flavors in a tiramisu, in the city landscape you see this meticulous layering of history, tradition, innovation, and artistic vision. The detailed carvings of the Hanok houses reminded me of how Mom used to bake those decorated sourdough loaves for Christmas, and the modern skyscrapers. Oh, they were as neat as plating an Italian antipasti platter. During our urban exploration, I discovered so many parallels between laying out a plate and designing a city. It's mind-boggling. Juwan even compared it to structuring code, and Yuna mentioned how her study on discovery of new reefs functions on the same pattern. Isn't that something? We even joked about teaming up for a mission. You won't believe this, but we want to create our own little Avengers squad. Just less explosive and more gastronomic. We're thinking a collab with coated reefs presented on urban plates. Fun, right? Now, here's a fun thought. Imagine creating a dish inspired by the architectural styles of Korea. I'm already thinking juicy pieces of beef bulgogi topped on a bed of delicately garnished japchae, right next to a modern take on bibimbap, filled with locally sourced ingredients. We can call it Seoul on a plate. Sounds enticing, doesn't it? Maybe it's just the chef in me thinking out loud. I'm certain Jin Ai's project is going to be hit. She's got such unique perspectives, a real whiz kid. Talking about unique, I need to plan something different for tomorrow's chef duty. Maybe something inspired by today's modern traditional architectural adventure. Any thoughts on that? You know what's funny? I signed up for an online Korean course today. I thought, why not polish my Korean skills a bit, right? My tutor, Seo Yoon, is a real language wizard. I mean, she made our first class such an engaging and easy-to-follow experience. Honestly, never thought learning grammar rules could be so much fun. My chat room anecdote today was about the class, and oh boy, the reactions were hilarious. You'd have had a ball if you saw the chat. Dialogue, puns, phrases, you name it. Yuna and Juhwan started a quick-fire round of guessing fancy new menu names I could create with my polished language skills. And this was right after discussing Yuna's new underwater documentary, by the way. Improv classes call for a toast, right? So I invited my friends over for pizza, and the response was enthusiastic. Yuna went for the classic margarita. Juhwan, on the other hand, pretty much made it clear that anything apart from the classic fare was a no-go for him. You know he hates pineapple on pizza. What's your stand on it? Do you think pizza toppings should be a subject of intense debate or something best left to individual preference? By the way, amidst the fun conversations, language jokes, and pizza invites, one thing stood out. It was how we ended up discussing K-dramas. Yes, believe it or not, your chef friend is a K-drama enthusiast. Got teased in the chat for being a secret K-drama fan, as if being a chef who loves football isn't intriguing enough. But hey, who could resist those intense storylines and mind-boggling twists, right? With all the language learning and chatting going on, I nearly forgot to ask about you. You should also join these classes. The way we could banter in Korean would be something else. So, ready to dive in the language pool and stir some fun together? Well, guess it's time for me to hit the books now. Need to ace that Korean vocabulary test Seo Yun mentioned about. Also, those pizzas are not going to bake themselves, you know. So, I better gear up for a culinary roundup before our foodie mates drop in.